Communication is really how human beings make meaning about the world. So without communication, we wouldn't be able to share how we understand an experience, how we know what something means. So communication, we feel like, is a kind of basic to the human experience. When more than one person comes together, they create a group, a small group, or a pair, a dyad. Interpersonally, when larger groups get together and they create organizations, and then those organizations come together and they create hierarchies like we have at the university, the way that people are able to interact is through communication. So it's fundamental to the understanding of the world that we live in, and we look at communication studies. If you're asking that like elevator 2-second kind of response, communication studies is really the study of how human beings make meaning about the world that they live in. Without processes of communication, we as humans wouldn't be making meaning, and so we're interested in studying that, is how do we make meaning? Obviously, it's really different across cultures. And I could mean really smaller subcultures like your film department or the divisions within film studies at CSUN have their own kind of language and understanding and values and sets of norms. But then we get broader into ethnic racial cultures, national cultures. Youth culture has a certain way of making meaning about things. Not that everybody in that culture shares it, because there's always contestation within cultures, but we're interested in studying how do we come to understand things similarly, but then also where the friction and the tension and the misunderstanding and the differences in communication that might come in different cultures. One of the things that's happening is, and you may be aware of this, but our department has actually grown by 48% in the last 5 years. So we sort of start asking ourselves, what's that about? Part of what we find that it is about is that students find what we do as being very relevant and applicable in many different job situations. They generally also say in our department that they like the interactive class setting. But we, as a department at Cal State Northridge, also have a strong focus on social justice issues and social responsibility.
The two words information and communication are often used interchangeably, but they signify quite different things. Information is given out, communication is getting through. Sydney J. Harris.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point, which is that, we live in the information age, so we're saturated with information. There's a lot coming at us. But communication is really more about the exchange process, so how effectively or how well, and sometimes not very well, but that information is actually exchanged and where meaning is made. So that goes back to my first point about communication as meaning making.